Hello, everybody, and I want to let you know that this video is thanks to Michelle Chen, who just gave me a new link, satellites.pro. Really cool because it's very, very high definition. And I'm going to just back out of here and show you what I'm talking about. Would like to know if anybody can hear me. So please let me know if you can hear me, because I'm going to try to stay on top of the what's going on here? Anybody commenting? Oh, here we are. I guess I can hear myself, right? Oh yeah, I have to turn the volume back up because I turned all the volume down. Oh, here we are. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, we're right here at the left corner of the eye at the, I guess you can call it the city of Attar. And this goes down to the Atlantic Ocean here. Now, the last video I did showed what looked like an ancient canal going straight up here. And it meets right here where we've got this river that goes right in here. I mean, when I say river, I mean it's an ancient riverbed. And you see a bunch of different canals. One was here, but what I just saw from this new satellites.pro link that Michelle gave me was another canal here. Now check this out. So here's the entry point. Maybe around here, we had a major waterway right here. But up here, you can see not just the first canal I showed you in my previous video, but now we're looking at the second canal here that I could never even see before. And we've got a riverway right here. So why do you have this straight line going right through here? And when you zoom in, you can see really clearly that it's like a canal that's been cut right into the mountainside. Going very straight, almost 20 kilometers, maybe at least 10. I got to measure it. I haven't figured out how to make measurements on this yet. There is a measurement tool somewhere here. I thought I saw one, but it goes right through there, full of trees. And it's going right up towards that area that I was wondering if they could have a link between the north side of the Richat structure and the south side of the Richat structure. I mean, look at that. Again, I can't see how wide this is, but assuming it's a little bit, I mean, we're getting a little bit higher res than these other things, that Google Maps or Bing Maps. This is satellites.pro, and it's giving the actual position right there. So anytime you want, you can pause this video and zoom in on this and take a look for yourself. Let me back out just a little bit. So look at that. It goes right straight up from the Atlantic Ocean towards the connection area. Now, that's just one part. My main question was, could they go directly from the Atlantic Ocean to the Richat structure? Let's zoom out so you can see everything. A lot of people may not know where I'm talking about. That's a little far out. But as you can see, we've got the concentric circles here. We've got the Atlantic Ocean there. And if we zoom right back in, the question is, did they have a canal? Well, we can see now there's the riverway that goes here along this way, or you could call it drainage right now. It shows a straight down river that goes towards some other canals we've found in the past. But the big question I always had was, how did they get over this mountain range? I really think that if you zoom right in here, you can very clearly see a way that they did it. You've got this canal that I just showed you here. And if you look at this right here, you can see there's a river going right through there. And it looks like it was connected. Now you think, oh, well, why not just here? Well, this is actually 2,000 feet high. It's quite high. But that river that little canal that I showed you just comes right up here and then enters into this area here. Look at it. It's right there. You can see it as it gets in. There's a road there, but you also have this crevice here full of trees. And when we go up here and we kind of curve down that way, we can see that there's a lot of water built up. Let me just go up there. I lost where I was. Here it is. Look at this. Right through here. And you can see a lot of even little tiny lakes and stuff, water that's been sitting around for a while in here. I recommend you go in there yourself and take a look, because you ask yourself, well, is it possible that at one point in time this was an actual canal that was serving the area? It goes right over there. And this was more of a natural river. And it zooms right through there, and it goes out and ends up right over there. And there's a lot of, like I said, houses and people living here, roads. You can really see some ancient structures now. When I say ancient, I mean what looks like a line that kind of went across. It's crossed by this road. So how old is it? Is that a road or is that a fence? Now we're able to see a whole bunch of artifacts on the ground with this satellite.pro. Satellites with an S.pro. I mean, look at this. Is this a fence? Or is this just some type of an old ridge that separated? It looks like a fence right here. What is that? So I'm going to be using this new link that I found to get around here. I think it's really great stuff. By the way, we found ourselves up here at another river. So we have these two rivers coming together right there. I mean, we're all just trying to get right here from over there to over here, over this mountain. I mean, this is very high. This is 2,000 feet high. So my big question is, how do they get from here over to here? Well, I've got a canal there. I've got a going around this little mountain right here, going around right here. And it looks like there's even some connections to the north side. You can follow it and you can see these. What's that here? Is that like a little in the middle of nowhere, just a rectangle made? Looks like that was done with a bulldozer. And following roads usually is the way people have been moving for years and years. I smell peanut butter. Okay, look at that. There's like a little lake here, a little reservoir, pretty dirty water. Something going on. Bunch of lines. And by the way, I do have to thank Michelle again for her input. There's also that video that was sent to me by Nathan. He had that one video that showed the, I'm going to back out and try to show you again. No tabs open this time. I don't have a way to rotate it, so it's kind of tough. But when you're going from this area, and I do believe that the Tamanrasset River came out here, but there was definitely an exit over here as well. And when we follow it up, wow, it's so clear I can't even tell what's going on here. You can see as we zoom in, we can find that ancient, I haven't found it here yet. I'm going to keep looking, that ancient, because it's covered with sand dunes. You can see the sand dunes covering it. Ancient waterway of some sort. See the video that, I know the last video that I did was kind of messed up. So let me show you around now that we have this high res. Look at this thing. Is that it? Not sure. That's just a ridge. It's kind of, this thing is a little frustrating because it zooms in and zooms out super fast. So we're following this. It's a little locked up. There we go. We're following this point here all the way to the ocean. And we found what was here. See, it did it again. It zoomed in so fast. This thing is super clear. You just have to wait for it to come into full resolution. You can totally see stuff on the ground much more clear. In fact, let's go to the middle of the Richat Structure. So here it is right there. There's the line that Nathan had given me. It kind of angles that direction for some reason, but if you zoom into this line, you can see, let's go in there and take a look right now since we found it. You can see, and there's no 3D here, so that's just straight down. You can see the line going thousands and thousands of miles. Well, okay, maybe I should say hundreds of miles. Look at that. We've got kind of a parallel line, and we've got these weird mounds, but we've got the dunes covering it. But what is this thing going that Nathan showed us? It goes all the way to that crevice, covered by sand dunes, full of sand. Can I zoom in closer? That's as close as I can get right there. And it looks like little tiny hard bedrock pieces sticking out of the ground there. When I first saw it, I thought it was mounds of sand. And even if it were piles of sand that maybe some tractor had done, why would they do that in the middle of nowhere? Going all the way up. Were they trying to build a road? I mean, this looks like some type of machine did that. Going all the way up to that opening that I mentioned. And this is gigantic stuff. I mean, we're talking about 1 inch being maybe 20 meters, maybe 10 meters, since it's so much closer. But wait till you see where this arrives when we get to the end here. You're not gonna believe this. Tell me what this is. Now, we have these circles that are similar in California that are for watering. Maybe this is some type of an ancient, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say ancient. Maybe this is some type of a pipeline the government dug, but why would it be so wide? It's like 20 meters wide. And then when we get to the top, where do we find ourselves? I might have to back out. I think we're almost there. What's that, a house? Look at this. You can see so much stuff now. I can't get closer. I want to zoom in on that. That's coming right up from Knockshot. So anybody visiting might want to follow this road, and there's a road right next to it. See, there's a road right there, and there's tire tracks right there. So you've got a kind of a road here, tire tracks here. So how wide's a road? How wide's a car? And then look at this. This is like a 4-lane highway going all the way up. Nice circle. Going all the way up to, wait till you see it. Wait for it. I'm going to try to go a little faster. I backed out a little bit. Look how consistent those mounds are. That's not natural. That's not made from the earth. That's some type of a man-made structure. Wait till you get to it. You can't believe what you're going to see. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I don't want to have to travel forever. A lot of people complaining to me, telling me not to do live streams, but what you don't understand is that I don't have my editing software on this computer right now. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't pre-edit videos and upload them. Look at this. It's like 300 miles long at least. Let's get back in there and take a look at these lines. Some type of, I guess those are car roads, and then we've got our weird structure going all the way up, almost there. I can feel it. This is gonna blow your mind. Thank you for your comments. If you saw the video that I showed you on my last video, the one that Nathan sent, look at that, it's right there. What is this? What is that? Is that some type of, maybe it's an oil pipeline? I mean, I do try to focus on Occam's razor here. We've got this thing going underground here, and it's right on top of it. So what is it? But that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you is coming soon. I'm going to back out a little bit because it's so far. Maybe it isn't a pipeline that was dug. I always try to use Occam's razor as a reasoning device first. Cloudy day. Wait, we're almost there. It's going all the way through here, isn't it? Look at that. Now, if that's new, why is the breaches for this waterway going right over it? Lots of buildings there. Those are modern day. Look at that one right there. If this is new, if this is less than 100 years old, then how does this happen when there's no water in this desert? I mean, there's rain. I'm sure there's rain once in a while, but it's not enough rain to flood and change all this. We've got these dunes here. Look at this one. What happened there? Major weathering events, erosion, just tearing way over that line. How old is this? But you see it coming out. Wait till you see where it arrives. I know I'm going to back out in a second. It's almost there. We're almost there. Coming soon. Well, I do believe that there's gold in them hills. There's a lot of gold in them hills. And the reason why was because there was a lot of water movement. Wow, let's just see where we are. I thought we were going to, maybe I went past it. I don't think I did, though, because it's pretty big. Pretty big. Where are we? Wow, we really found our way. Let's see, we're not even halfway there yet. So I'm going back in. I want to find that line. Of course, I lost it, right? Nope, there it is. Let's follow it. There's another one right there. Bunch of people there, right on top of it. So maybe this is some type of a pipeline because there's another junction right there. Maybe it is oil. Sorry, Nathan, if it's oil, but how can it be that old? Look at these bumps. What are these things? What are these things right here? I sure would like to know what that is. And even if it is some type of modern day structure, kind of would like to know. Wait till we get to the end here. Look at that. Looks like the moon. This is so clear, it's kind of giving me an idea that maybe it's some type of a pipeline. But do we know about a pipeline in Mauritania? I should go back up to the Western Sahara and look there again. All sorts of geoglyphs. I mean, look at that. This is new? This is modern day? I don't think so. This is interesting. Still see this weird bumps going up. And we've seen two looks like some type of refinery stations on top of it. So now I might, if I had to bet money, is it oil in the Sahara? Never heard of that. Okay, there we are. What is that? What is that? So it does go past it and it kind of ends up over here in this mining area. Is it some type of a pipe? I mean, are they mining oil? Is it oil or is it? This is dry. This is not water. It looks like it could have been water for some time, but is that a lake? Kind of does look like water there. It didn't look like water in the other maps. So it goes to the city of, oh, what happened? It goes to the city of Akjut. Akjut. When we get to the city, we can still see a lot of geoglyphs around here. Is that an airport? I think that's an airport. Yeah, maybe it's a big oil refinery. That's definitely a landing strip right there. Look at the weird. What is this going to be? So Akjut, the city of Akjut. happens to be right next to where our entrance is. That's a little farther, and then we go and we can get to our river entrance right there. And I call that the river entrance to. There's a couple of different directions it can go, and you can see. I mean, look at that straight line. It looks like a straight line going right up. This is a, maybe we wouldn't call this the main artery of the Taman Reset, but or Surret Reset. Taman Reset. I got it this time. I didn't forget. But this is low. This is a river. There's dams in here. We've seen these dams. We can find them. There's the big one. There's also some small ones. And it can go right around. Here we are. The concentric circles are here. It's so clear now. Let's go in and look at the castle. The so-called castle. And it's right here. By the way, this is also some type of antiquity right here. So we really want to know, what is this? What was it? We've got a couple things that look like they're still around, but it looks like it's just some type of a hole. Was that Poseidon's castle? And then over here, we've got what I think is a fort, but now that you look at it clearly, you can see that's, if there's walls there, then they're covered in sand, because you've got sand breaching the top there. You've got sand right up against the edges here. I really would like to see this structure up close, just to know, was it Spanish? Was it French? You can also see the center here a lot clearer. It even shows this circle right here in the middle. But here you can see a lot clearer the community or the people that are living right there in the middle of the Richat. Camouflage, huh? I'm looking at the views, or the comments, sorry. Currently have 10 people. I did want to show that video clip from that pyramid video. Oh, wait, we've got 1, 2, 3 circles there. See, I just saw this. I thought that was the center, but now we have 2 more over here. What are these points, and why are they marked on the map? 1 here, and 1 up here. I thought this was the center, but now I'm seeing these down here, because we always knew that this area looked like the center, but the true center was over here somewhere. Couple more things I can show you, and then next I think I'll just go up to the Western Sahara again. We can come over here and look at the henge. The henge isn't that much clearer. Do you remember the henges? Oh, here it is, right over here. Very clear this time. I don't feel like I'm getting much closer, but just the clarity of it all. Maybe it's just the color scheme. And you've got the older one, the older looking one down here. I mean, obviously this is man-made, and these big, huge, we know that this is about 3 to 5 meters wide, that rock. And we've got it looks like a little temple of rocks. And then up here we've got it, what I call the new temple, or the new henge. It's not really a temple, but definitely a man-made structure, and of megalithic. Look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rocks that are like 3 to 5 meters wide. And you can see that they're lined up in a nice little way. It's kind of going from north to south, not exactly. Over here, we can see these other older structures. I found that. Nobody showed that to me. Look at that's like 5 meters wide, if not 6. And there's a couple more. There's one right here. That's definitely arranged by a human. And look how big that one is. Is that a stone? Can't really tell if that's a rock or not. It doesn't look like a rock. It looks like some type of a geoglyph. Yeah, this satellites.pro, loving it. And let's take a look down here at the triangles. Can I see them from here? I think I see them from here. Look at that. You can, it's so clear. That's not it. Where are they? Let me back out just a little bit. You can see that one that CM Guitar found a long time ago. Where's that at? Is it here? Really old artifact. I think it's right. Oh, I lost it. I never find that one. Oh, there's the triangles. You can see these super clear now, I bet, right? I mean, what were they? The entrance to the canals? Yeah, I talked to one local person and he wanted about $1,000 to drive up there. He reminded me that we don't have permission to dig. I'd like to know more about this. And you can see as we get closer here, we can see the way the water runs straight down there. This is Huadain. And you know what type of ancient relics are there. Look at this. That looks like it's a straight line. Whenever I see straight lines, I question whether or not they were some type of a man-made canal or not. It looks a little natural, but it seems to go right up into it. It looks a little natural to me. So this river seems to go straight up into the northern area. Even if you look at the topographical maps, you can see riverways that go straight up through there. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I was way off. It's right here. This connected from north to south at one point. I don't really see a connecting dot, but this must be the highest point right here. It kind of seems like if you went up here, you could cut over to there and you could get through to the other side. The question in my mind is, was it feasible and was it possible for canals to take people from this structure here all the way to the Atlantic Ocean? In my mind, it's already possible. Maybe not directly through this mountain, but to me, it looks like you've got a canalway that goes all the way up here to the north side, and then some connecting ones that go to the south side right here. Thank you so much, Jay-Z. It does look like a welcoming gate, and maybe it is. Thank you for your comments. Again, I kind of was looking at this because you can see the river went through here, then to here, and then when we get to this, we've got this ridge. Okay, it zoomed in too fast. There it is. This ridge is like a little too convenient. Like it's like something, just like a bank of mud just blocked it off and water rushed through here, probably from the inside going out, because I believe that any flooding that happened came from the ancient Lake Maghreb. The ancient Lake Maghreb is right over here, this area. There's so many things that I want to look at with this new satellites.pro link that Michelle gave me. Thank you again for that, Michelle. There's a lot of new things we're seeing. So let me see if I can find. So when I went to here, we went to La Yone, right? Do you remember that other video? Let's take a look at this now. La Yone, we start here. We got to find that one. I've got to follow it down. I kind of forgot how to get there. Got to follow it down. So here we are at Lyon, and then we go straight down to about here. See, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. There we go. So first of all, what is this line here? Oh, it's so much clearer. And where's that line that led out of there? Remember what I showed you 2 days ago? We just have to wait for it to load. Look at these. What's this? I see this big burnout. What is that? What happened there? Is that water? What made that mark on the ground? Fire? It looks like fire from here, but sure do have a lot of weird lines up here in the Western Sahara. Is that some type of a wind farm or a... Look at how big that is and vast that is. What are we looking at here? Somebody was telling me these are minefields. That's pretty big. I don't know what's going on there. Well, I think that I kind of got lost, so I don't want to spend too much time. Maybe we can go visit my ancient tumuli that are up here. You can actually see river here. Is that a river? Is that water? I don't think so. Looks like water from way, way up here, but then it changes. When we come up here, we can see the tumuli. I'm kind of going blind here, so please forgive me for a moment. There it is. I think it's right there. Now, I showed you this a long time ago. I can't rotate it, but what we got is the tumuli that are on this bank here. I just have to first find it. What is that? That's new. I didn't see that before. So here's the tumuli right there. And you can see this tumuli is complete. I should say tumulus. But there's two of them. And there's the tail of another one that's right there. And it's totally gone. It's totally been ripped away by erosion. And when I say erosion, I mean a major erosion event. And not just that one, but then you've got a second one coming through there. So the first one was this one. The second one was this one. Regardless of whether or not this was a burial mound or a site, or if it was some other type of ancient artifact that was put there, that one was taken away how many years ago? Hundreds. Hundreds. How many more do you think were here? You've got a major event here. You've got more current events here. And then you've got these, you can see this is a little bit of an alluvial fan here. And you can see another alluvial fan over here and here. So these fans started after this started. Wow. I've never seen this before. This didn't even show up. Maybe this is all new. Is that a modern day geoglyph, or was that done recently by... This is in Morocco. So those tumuli right there, torn away by some water event. And when was the last time we had water events in this part? And we're talking about the Sahara Desert, right? I mean, it is right next to the ocean near the north side of the Atlas Mountains. Okay, what else can we look at? I thank you for 14 people. Maybe this is a better time to do live streams. See, this live stream has no problem, but the moment I tried to look at those pictures, I'm sorry, that live stream video, it all went weird. Yesterday we saw this. This is on Mars. If you're interested in the Mars rover, it caught a glimmer or glint of something that came and then disappeared a frame later. What is that? That's on Mars. That's not really what I wanted to get into today. I got a couple of things I'll show you. Just wanted to kind of go over the same thing that I was showing you yesterday or the other day, 2 days ago. Let me sort this by, so I'm not showing you a bunch of personal stuff. Let me sort this by date, and then we'll find the topographical map. So here you see Chingere. We see a riverway that goes all the way up in the mountains. This is what I was looking at. There's that first canal, but what you couldn't see was the second canal that went straight up in there. With this new satellites.pro, you can see all sorts of rivers that get you around to the other side. This is that ridge that I was questioning. This is like the very highest point. These are the highest points. Yeah, it's up high, but you also still have rivers here. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I got into an argument with CFAPS because he was trying to talk about something in Israel being possible Atlantis concentric circles, but he's so adamant that the Richat structure is impossible, and was so rude about it and so slay speech. I don't need this type of attitude. I think that there's got to be some type of thing, maybe through the mountains here from that canal or that other canal. By the way, that's Michelle's circle, and she's circling that canal right there. The canal could tee off right there. There's a canal there, Michelle. So Michelle made this talking about the directions water went, and I totally agree with her. The problem is this mountain ridge, but now we can see that can, by the way, right where she put that arrow, there's a canal right there. Now that meets the north side. This is really low. It's only 900 feet. There's a river there. It's dry, but there are several dams right there. The big question is, how did we get to the other side? This is a dam that I found just in the middle of the nowhere. Actually, this was Nathan doing this. We were having a meeting online. You find these dams everywhere. They go across an ancient riverway that has a circle in it. Why does this have a circle? That might have been something to do with his program software. So I was chatting with Nathan. You can try to connect with him. He told me about the wall of shame that goes across the Western Sahara. Structures like this, were these done with bulldozers? We followed this line and it went on and on and on, and it had what looked like canals, waterways that were serving some type of a ancient farm of some sort. And that revelation of the pyramids taught me that these polygonal stoneworks that are seen near the pyramids, they're not just on one side and random, they're matching. Here, you can see the corridor on one way, and you can see this one polygonal stone here that matches one that's on the other side. Definitely not just random polygonal, but carved. Is it possible that the pyramid looked like this? Not 5, but 10 or even 20,000 years ago? I'm beginning to believe it's very possible. Okay, that's obviously personal stuff. So getting away from that and getting back into, let's go back to satellites.pro. Loving this new high resolution. I'm checking out some Randall Carlson videos that he just came out with showing a lot of geoglyphs in North America. I'm just looking at your comments. Thank you for your comments. See, originally I thought there were canals here, but now I think there is still one canal that's going down along the side here. This circle, if you look at and make a complete circle out of it, it's almost totally, I don't want to say perpendicular, but if you were to bisect this center and go straight through, it would go right through that circle. That, I think, may have been a canal system right along the edge of it. And then it comes over here, and you've got a perfectly straight line. Now we can see much clearer. Wow, I should have checked this first. You can see this coming through here. It goes around the eye down here. And so even if we couldn't get through those mountains, you can still see this connecting riverway. And then it cuts over here and goes kind of, we don't want to go in there just yet. We want to come around here so we can get away from this high altitude and follow this all the way down to the concentric circles. There they are. So that canalway, what looks like a straight line, a man-made straight line. I mean, look at this. What makes that so straight? Nature? And then when you come over here and you look at the other things that I found earlier, I thought they were canals. I still think that there's one ancient canal right here. You've got this thing. I think this is a dam at this point. I mean, if it's modern day, then it's probably a dam. And it's grabbing river water and forcing it. But I'm not saying modern day like the last 100 years, like the last few hundred years. You can see here, I think that's a dam now. And you can see right in here, you can see this, what I call the California aqueduct in the middle of the Sahara Desert. What is this? That's nature? That's a man-made river with banks that are equilibrium. And you can follow it all the way down over to the edge. This one right here, this line right here, you can follow it all the way down to a river's mouth opening. Where is that? Oh, maybe I have the wrong one. Let me go back out. It's this one right here. You've got this river mouth opening here, and then you've got this weird line that goes, there's a breach. Maybe it was a dam. Why would they do it, though? Some type of a weird dam. I'm reading your comments. Oh, there's a lot of minerals here. There's a lot of minerals here. That's why I do believe there's a lot of modern day. So this is the high part. This is the low part. This is the cliff. And then you look down and you've got this weird line that goes for like almost 20 miles. This straight line with shifting breaches that pushed it this way and that. It goes on forever. I used to think it was a canal. Let's zoom in this time and take a look. See, that's as close as I can get on that one. But now I think it might be a dam of some sort. And then comes and meets these other lines over here. Well, that's about it. If I find anything else, I'll do another video. I definitely want to thank Michelle again for giving me this link today. It shows so many more details than I've seen before. I'm so curious about that straight line right there. It goes over the north side. I'm curious about this straight line here. I'm curious about this straight line here. There's another one down here we could probably take a quick look at. Where was it? It was right about here, right? Oh, maybe that was it this whole time. See, this is the one that that's not the one. That's not the one. There was another one down here. Let's find it. Those dams that I was showing you a screenshot of came from down here. This is high, and I do think that I used to think this was an ancient part of the Senegal right here. This is the real Senegal right there. So all we're trying to do is get from here to the Senegal. And you've got all sorts of lines that can get there and do that. So I guess I'm a little confused, and I guess the canal that I was looking at is right here. The one that I thought was connecting. Where'd it go? It seems like I followed it before. That wasn't it. Was this it? Guess that was it. So the thing about this canal, so-called canal here, is that it kind of ends up in the mountains. Goes right up into the mountains. This straight line just stopping right in the mountains. It's got some other residual river connections, but it kind of stops right there. It doesn't go any farther. But it really does look like some type of straight line that goes on for 20 kilometers that meets this river way over here. So we've got a bunch of them. There's that other one. Looks like that went right through. Did it? Did it go right through there? I got too close. This thing zooms really fast. So here you see that thing emptying out right there. Possibly covered in sand. Joining this little riverway going to, and I'll show you one more time, and then I'm going to finish up here. Well, it seems like it's going straight through there, but then it joins this one. And once you get here, you can curve back this way. You've got a lot of stuff going on here. And when you get in here, you can see houses, and it's an oasis of some sort. And you can also go up onto the mountaintops and see what looks like maybe burial mounds or some other type of an activity. I'll show you the one that I found over here that had a lot of weird mountaintop burial mounds. It's right over here. Where is it? I think it's right in here. Oh, lost it. Some type of a reset. I took a picture of it, put it on ancient. See, look at these things. Here they are. Are these homes? Some of them look like homes, but other things up here on the mountaintop here, they don't really look like homes anymore. They look like some type of a weird burial mound structures. I don't think this is what I was talking about. Maybe that's it. Those look like homes. This is a lot clearer now, so all sorts of circles. Not sure what those would be useful for. Makes you want to go visit, doesn't it? Well, you know, Nathan was using the 3D software and floating around. You certainly are getting a clear view. I mean, look at these structures on top of the mountain. Would you want to live up there? I guess so. I guess those are homes. They kind of look more like Maybe they're tents. There's been a lot of tents I've been seeing. I can show you a couple of tents. Let me go to the. I don't want to show you all my personal pictures. So I was showing you this canal. It's 21 kilometers. And then you've got this other canal that's almost 20 kilometers as well. This is what you see when you get on the ground. This is that same area. So it's not like it's just out in the middle of nowhere. Here's an ancient structure in that same area. If you get onto Google Maps or Google Earth, you can find these pictures placed there by a guy who was riding his bicycle. In fact, I think we can find his name. Did a couple of screenshots right there. Audric Laverdiere. He had his bicycle and he did all these pictures. And literally, you're going around and you look like you're in the open desert. He also found this oasis. Nice little neighborhood. Guy on his phone. You think there's phone service out there? I guess there is. Look at these birds. It's a dove. A white dove. Okay, that's it. Some other stuff I was looking at, Bronze Age. Let me see if there's anything else I should show you. I was looking at the what is this called? The Inca Road. I heard that it was polygonal stones, but I didn't think that this was as high a superiority as the ancient ones that you see in the pyramids and you see in Peru at the base of everything. These are more inferior, so I kind of feel like they were built at a different time, but I think that I want to learn more about that. Now, Bimini Road, I don't know about these bricks I put in the thumbnail, but the other big, huge monolithic stones, somebody told me these are lobster traps. Not lobster traps, lobster conservation attempts. Okay, that was it. Thank you very much for your time today. Thank you for your comments, and I've got 14 people. Kind of want to stick around. I guess the only thing I can say is if you give me a super chat or if you give me a Patreon of a significant amount, I will definitely send you my book. I don't care where you are in the world. I think I can get my book to 188 countries, no problem. But if you can super chat me or if you can give me a Patreon donation, I'll definitely send you my books, 2 of them. Yeah, this picture right here is so unclear. There's no way you can see any rebar in there. Somebody says they can see rebar. I don't think you're going to be hammering rebar down to get those bricks to stay where they are. That's it. Have a great day. Just wanted to have a kind of a follow-up. I'm going to take a look at your comments real quick and see if there's anything I should say. Tommy Nichols. East and not west. Well, you know, Graham Hancock says we need to be checking our continental shelves. All that flooding would have pushed stuff into the water. Oh, there's so many dots. Hi, Tommy. So many dots. And I'm going to be using the Satellites Pro to take a look. I'd like to get a little closer. If you go to my older videos, you can see a bunch of dots in the middle of the shot right here. Right over here. If you go here, these dots are so perfectly arranged. Almost too perfect. What are they doing? They're kind of a weird color, those dots. My body's twitching. I haven't eaten. I'm telling you guys, I need a job. I need a job. I can't be doing this. There they are. Those are like some type of a weird, I think those are man-made burial mounds. Tumuli. They seem a little too I mean, those are not craters. Now you can see them pretty clear, right? Those are little mounds that were built there. And you can see a bunch more over here. Quite a few. I mean, I don't see how those are naturally made. You can find that other castle. We can find Siem Guitar's castle structure. I don't have time for it right now, but we can find the one castle right here. Now we can see things so much clearer. Where is that? It's right around here somewhere. And why was this created? Is it a mount? Is that a man-made thing? Why is this here? Some type of digging. Now you can see it so much clearer with this. So I recommend it. Satellites.pro. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I just wanted to present this to you as I get it. I don't want to pre-edit my videos and upload them. I don't have that kind of time right now. Look at those. What is that? That's, wow. Look at these connections. Why are they connected like that? You know what I think those are? I think those are animal trails. You've got animals running around there, and they run from one structure to the other. I saw stuff like that in the desert when I lived in the desert myself. So I think those were made by animals or maybe even people, not by cars, not by people. Those are animals. Is that the road? Well, check out the Randall Carlson video with the geoglyphs found in the North American area where I was amazed by that video. And I'm going to watch it again. In fact, I should go there now and I should get some screenshots from that and show it in my next video. I think I'll do that next. I have something I have to do, though. I've got to get out of here. Let's just find one thing and I'll share it. And then I'll turn this video off. And I thank you so much. Hope this was high quality this time. I don't know what happened that last time that was showing my logo the whole time. I'm watching it. That's why I turned off my device. Are these the white dots you're talking about right here? Look at this one. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? Look at this. Oh, I thought that was buildings. Hadn't seen that before. But this is interesting. That circle there. And another thing that interests me about this little area is I don't recall seeing these lines. Okay, I'm just going to share this because I want you to be able to go to my Ancient Insight Facebook page. Apple plus Google, share any place, address, search cities, countries, regions. I'll have to go look at my mom's house. Go to my page. My page is Ancient Insight. And you can go to facebook.com/Ancient Insight/ and find it. I'm going to just post this so you can use the thing yourself. Okay, have a good day. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks a lot. I got to go to work, but it's only a part-time job. You can super chat or Patreon me for a book. Let's talk again soon. I'm going to get you some screenshots from that Randall Carlson video and show them to you. Look at that. That looks interesting. Look at that line right there. Certainly some interesting stuff. I'd like, oh, look at this one right there. Look at that line right there. See, we couldn't see those before. We couldn't see those before at all. And if you go straight down here, we can find that Siem Reap. Sorry, I meant to say Siem Guitar. Gotta find it. Oh, well, next time. Next time, I've shown it to you before. Is it there? It might be right there. I think it's a little too far north. It was the 1cm guitar found. Is it one more down here? Is it right there? Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Have a great day. The Taipei weather is quite hot. It's very hot here. It was raining the last few days, and now it's hot again. I hope you're comfortable where you are. Peace out.